Let's make some file folders today and stuff them full of goodies. I've been inspired by a tutorial from Sam Bookery, and you will find her tutorial in the description box below. And she offers a lovely little digital download of a template for file folders. But in this video, I'll show you my take, and you don't need a template, but obviously go and check out her channel if you would like one. But if you want to see how to make these file folders, then please do stay and enjoy the show. Let's start by using an Amazon paper bag and some music paper, as we are doing our upcycling this week. So we want to try and reuse whatever we've got in our stash. I've gone around and cut the music paper, so I've got the strips here, so don't get rid of those. I'm sure they'll come in handy. And I've just got this piece of Amazon packaging, so I'm going to use the bit that's folded, and I'm going to use a sheet of tea-dyed paper as a template for the size. So whatever size you are doing your journal, then use that as your template. So we'll do some different sizes so you can see what they look like, and we'll do this show you how to do the base. And then there are lots of variations. And the only limit is your imagination and time. So I'm going to get this straight. We don't want it all crooked, otherwise it won't look right. Oh, I've forgotten it already. Which line am I on? I am on that one there. Okay. So when you're doing this, you do need papers that complement each other, contrast, you know, something. It depends on the look that you're going for. And what we'll do is we won't worry about the barcodes and everything. I'm sure we'll find a way to cover them. So I've just turned it round so the barcodes and stuff are on the inside, so they don't put you off. So I'm going to use this notch punch, but we'll do it without one as well, just to see how to make it. So if you've got an envelope punch board, you will have this notch feature on there, and all I'm going to do is I'm sort of going in round about the middle, doesn't really matter, and I'm just punching a notch going out of there like that. And it's up to you if you want to round the corners, but it's easier to round the corners at this stage. So let's round the corners here. And here. Oh. Got this sort of lip here, which is a bit irritating. So let me just glue that down before I try and do anything more. Yeah. And then what you want to do is take off the opposite side. So I'm going to take this bottom one off here. So just mark it with a pencil. And I'm going to take this top one off here. So open up your page and just cut off. And then do exactly the same on this side. You just want to try and line it up with the edge, make it fairly straight, and chop it off. And then if you want to, you can round these corners as well. But I think this corner should be rounded at the top. I don't think it's going to do it with this punch. There we are. And I think this one needs to be rounded. Like that. Okay, I don't think you need to round that one. Right, that is the base. Options are limitless from this point. Right, let's do this one now out of this tea-dyed paper and not using this very handy punch. So what I would do is, we've got, I think I can't remember how many centimetres it is now. Let's measure it. So it's 21 centimetres, so it's just over, so it's about 8 1/4. So I need about 10 1/2. So 10 1/2 is round about here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line it up and I'm going to cut a line down there, around about 1 centimetre, and then I'm going to just make a triangle. So I'm using my cutting board as a ruler to try and get a fairly symmetrical shape. All right, so I would leave them like that for a minute, and let's do exactly the same. Let's cut off this bottom piece. Oops, I'm not going to be able to do it with a pencil. And then let's take the top piece. And then, if you want to, you can round the corners. So I don't think you can round it with one of these. I don't know, let's give it a go. I don't think so. No, it won't go in there. So on this bit, you'll just have to do it. Hang on. Do it from this side. Just nip the edge off. And again, this one. Nip the edge off, and then let's round that top one. And let's round this bottom one. There we go. So there's not too much of a difference, is there? Just a bit easier. It's just easier to do with a punch. Okay. So we've got 2 to play with now, and what we can do then is we can start adding pockets and things. So what we can do is, let's see which way round do I want to do this. I think, so I'm going to add a pocket. This is really quite thick, so I'm going to add a pocket up to here. So that comes to about there. So let's cut that down. And okay, let's glue it on. So try and get it so it's equal. not quite on the edge because you don't want it sticking over like that. And let's cut this off. Oh. And then you can fold that over and use that as a pocket on the inside. That makes that life a bit easier. Straighten this up a little bit. Okay, so that's your first pocket. And then let's use some of this scrap. So we've got that as a pocket. That's a bit too small. I think I prefer this one. Yep, I like that. Let's use the straight edge. So again, what you want to do is just, with your glue, put your thumb notch in if you want one right now. Let's go down here. And we can make another pocket there, but I think I'll make it a bit smaller. So let's just chop a little bit off. And that's ripped a little bit because I cut it when it was wet. Silly me. So we've got 2 pockets, and then we can use this piece here to make a 3rd pocket. Although the orientation's a little bit irritating, isn't it, to the eye, I think. So let's use that one maybe. Okay, so make it straight. Let's see what I want to go down to, about there. So it's just at the edge there, like that. So let's cut that. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3 pockets there. And what can we do on the back? So on the back, what we could do is go the other way, like this. And I think what I'll do is, right, let's do the thumb notches first. So we can go like that. We can have that one, that's a bit short. So I think we'll have to start, oh, right, okay, so my music paper isn't big enough now. So it'll, I think if it's all that way, it'll be okay. But for the sake of this, that's what we'll do. So let me cut this. Slice that a little bit. Silly me. It's fine. So let's cut that. we'll have that way. And then we'll have another one. So let's punch the 3 together first. So you've got the thumb holes all in the same position. Oh, doesn't want to do it. Come on. Oh. Right. So let's just put this at the top there. So you can put these pockets whatever orientation you want. I'm just going to slightly move that up if I can. And then let's use this one next and let's cut it into position. Right, okay, so slightly too big, but that's all right. We can cope with that. Oh, actually, I need to do it that way. Just remember to do it that way. And let's make this a bit smaller. So I need it at least this size, I think. No measuring. I think it's far easier if you start practicing going by the eye. I mean, you will make mistakes, but it's part and parcel, I think. We can chop that down. And then we've got this piece. Make sure it's the right side. Not quite equal, but not to worry. And I want to cut that about there. You can ink these up before you glue them down. Okay, so that's your front and your back. And the decision you need to make now, well, I've kind of already made that decision in this one because I've included some pockets here. So this one's going to remain open. So if I show you in this one, this is an open one that I put some closures on. You certainly don't need the closure. So we'll have this open, and I think what I'll do here now is I'll have a belly band here. So I'm trying to avoid that. I just want to do it above. Let's pop that on there. The kind of template that you're working to. So for this one, what we will do is we will just have, so this will be like a standalone thing, like a proper file folder then, I suppose, but it'll be joined but then there. So it'd be like a pocket in there. So you can obviously do your pockets, whatever you want on the front. And then what you want to do is, how much have I got there? So you want to make like a hinge. Now it's up to you how big you do your hinge. I don't really want a big hinge. So I'm just going to cut that. Okay, use this as a template then. And then we just glue them in place. So you want your folded piece to the outside. Make sure you can't see it. And do the same the other side. Folded piece on the outside of the file folder like that. And then that will give you a nice little pocket with plenty of space to stuff. Like that. I've made a couple of more bases. So this one will go landscape, and I've made this one portrait. And because this was plain inside, I've just added a little bit of washi there and a little bit of washi there, and I'm just going to add a little bit more washi here. Okay, so for this one I'm going to seal this one up, I think. Is that what I decided to do, or was I going to seal this one up? No, I'm going to put this in a journal. So I'm going to seal this one up, and I'm going to use this paper first. I'm going to make quite a large pocket on the front. So I thought for these ones I'd use a digital kit. And I've printed all these on draft print, which is eco-friendly.
I don't know where she came from, kinda turned me upside down. I just don't know what to do. I wanna spend the night at hers and bring her one of my t-shirts so it smells like her perfume. Now I really get what the love songs are talking about. And I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head?
On this one, I've got a bit of ripping, so I'm going to cover this bottom piece, which you won't see anyway, so I'm going to cover it with some tape. Just to make it a bit stronger.
Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating and you can't stop looking at her smile, then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love. There's something about the way she laughs and the way she always dances when she thinks nobody's...
And I think on the back I'll have some more narrow, I think, yeah, smaller pockets. So will that go on there? No, it's too small, isn't it? Nope, that's too small as well. I'm just trying to use up my stash here. What we could do is we could add staggered pockets. Let's do that. Okay, so let's chop some off of this. Try and use up what we've got here. Probably an idea to put a gusset on these, I think. So we'll do that now.
And when she's gone, I miss her so. I tell her, baby, please don't go. I think you should stay with me. And I really get what the love songs are talking about. Oh, and I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating and you can't stop looking at her smile, then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love.
If you were putting these in a journal, then you could really make them pretty and embellish them. So I'm going to seal this up now. And if you did want to include this in a journal, you could have it floating, so you could attach it with a nice pretty paper clip or a hidden paper clip, or you could, depending on what you put on the front and back, you could hinge it into the journal so it flips like that. Attach it to the cover, loads of different things. So it's really pretty, especially if you take your time and choose the right papers. I'm just choosing what I've got left over. leave that a little bit of time to glue before you start stuffing it. So that's another one, and then let's have a play with this one. So this one I'm going to do portrait, and I'm going to do something in the inside as well. So let's do the outside first. So I'm going to go nice and high. We can get some pink. This is great for using up scrap paper. You could make these with 12 by 12s as well, although I don't know how easy it would be to make them with sort of thicker 12 by 12, but right, do I want that to go like that? It's not quite the right blue, so I think I'll do that like that. Make sure we've got the writing on the right way, and then we will do the thumb notches. And what you can do is you can actually glue the pockets on top of each other before you glue the last one in.
I don't know where she came from. It kinda turned me upside down. I just don't know what to do. I wanna spend the night with her, sprinkle one of my t-shirts so it smells like her perfume. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast.
Okay, and then on this side, I think I would like a belly band. Quite like that. I just need to make sure that it's glued down well enough. Okay, so I'm going to put some nice large things in the back there. Let's do a bit better glue in here. let's see what we can do on the inside. So I thought I'd have some flipping envelopes. So I need to cut this down so that it fits, and I want it to go sort of inside there. So I'm going to cut that down first. And you can follow the shape of the flap by folding this in half. This bit will need to be glued, and what let's have a look now. I'm going to take out the easiest way to do this is by actually pulling it apart and then putting it back together again. So I'm going to straighten up, take this off, straighten this up. And I will decorate that in a second. And this one I don't really have to do anything to, I can just put it like that. So I've got the flaps sticking in here. You could put the flaps there and incorporate those. You can make that like a tuck spot or something like that. So that would have been a good idea. So that's another idea for you. So what I'm going to do is I need to cover this part. I think I'll probably leave that inside. So let's do that first really quickly.
Okay. I wandered through the garden, carried on the evening breeze, was out looking for my friends, hiding out.
Okay, so that will go on there like that and flip. And this will be covered up, so I don't need to do anything with that, I don't think, for a minute. Although, again, actually that could become a pocket, so I might leave that like that and let it become a pocket. But I probably will have to cover it then because of this sticky bit. So I've got enough there, so I could do that. So with this one, you could either put it back like an envelope so that you tuck things in, or you can make it flip. I think I'll just leave it sort of flipping and just add more things to it as I go along. But I do need to cover that. So let's use a little bit of washi tape, I think. What do we got here? This quite pretty one here, it's peacock one.
Among the trees, where are you hiding, my little lost lamb? Where have you gone to? Are you up the creek? Why are you hiding, my little lampstand? And I'm gonna find you. It's hide and seek. It's hide and seek.
Okay, so I'm going to leave the inside for now, and I'm going to just quickly decorate this other one and come straight back. So just to show you what I'm doing with this envelope, to make my life easier, I'm going to square this up. I'll take those flaps off. First of all, I'm just going to pop something in there so that it makes it easier to stick down. And I will pop some washi tape on the bottom of that. Let's just use some of this so it stops it from catching, if I can get in there. Oh, I've got glue on there now, that's annoying, isn't it? And then I was going to go all the way there. It's the wrong piece. Cut the one. And if you slit it like I have, just glue it back up. And you can then decorate that. And this will go like this. And then that will flap out there. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to gain by doing that, but we let it do its thing for now. And I'm sure you can do a better job of decorating envelopes. And what I need to do now is get two pieces to fit these squares. I've cut these roughly to size, and it will cover my washi tape, but I can live with that. So I'm going to glue these into place first, and then I can glue the covers down on them. I think I'll use some coal oil. Give it a bit of strength. Oh, probably didn't need that much. I think my template is probably going to be a little bit too big on one side because it's going to sort of move a bit. So let's see. Didn't really take that into consideration. So I think I need to take off some of this. I think that's okay, so then that will go like that. Yeah, it's not in the way, so that's okay. It closes like that. And then we just need to cover this. I've probably got the same problem here, maybe. Let's have a look. Oh no, that's not too bad actually. So I'm just using failed prints. Okay, so we've got a pocket there, and I've still got to do some stuff there, and we've got the inside to decorate. You'll always be able to tell it's nice weather in Wales because you'll be able to hear the mowers on the video. Amazing. Everyone's got a mower. What I've done is made some pockets and bits and pieces, so I'm going to stick those in now. These are really simple pieces of simple embellishments. So I've just got a music scrap here, so I'm just going to glue that in place. I've inked these up ready as well, just to save a little bit of time. And I've put a piece of fabric there, and I was just going to pop this pocket in place. So this is vellum and washi tape. So I used basically anything that was on my desk just to use up things and to give you an idea of how you can use this little file folder. I'll put a little clip here. And what else have we got here? Can't quite remember where everything goes. I think that goes there and that goes there, so let's pop this in place. So I've just folded a square, well, a rectangle piece and given it an edge, but I've kept it on just to strengthen it a bit because this paper is really quite thin. So I'm just leaving two sides free there. So that's a little pocket there. And what else have I got here? So I got this, I think I was going to put that there. I've got a few bits here though, I can't remember what I was going to do now. So this is definitely there. So let's do that, and I put a little gusset on there to give it a little bit of extra space. Now It was either one of these on here. I think that looks better. And then on here, I got that there. But maybe, was I going to put that on there? No, that doesn't fit. So I've got a couple of choices now. Oh, I got that as well. Oh, hang on. I think I was going to do a tuck spot here. That's what I was going to do. Yeah. It's come back to me now. I just need to ink this. Oh, I've inked it that side. There we are. So this needs to go on the top of here. And you could stitch all around this. And this could either be a pocket, but I'm going to do it like a tuck spot, so I'll give it a little bit of extra room. So I just need to glue it on two sides. Do that off center. Probably would have been better if I'd, yeah, I think I might do that actually. Let's give it a snip. Oops. So that's that there. Rather messy now. And then we've got, can't remember what I was going to do with that. I don't think I was going to, oh, hang on. I've got this bit over here. So I could put that there. Or there. I can't remember what I was going to do there. Shocking, isn't it? I only did this yesterday. Oh, there we are. That's it. I was going to put a belly band on there. That's the missing piece. Right. Nearly there. Nearly there. So a belly band on this space. Because I think this would be a nice space for some tags.
Stranded in the briar patch, did you forget who you are? Need a ride home from an old friend. I'm close when you feel far. Oh, where are you hiding?
Okay, that covers that ugly mark, although I've still got other marks on there. Okay, that's great. Now when you're putting sort of flippy flaps like this, it does limit what you can do on the closure, because normally I would just put an eyelet there and there, but of course you put an eyelet there, then you won't be able to open those. So the only option you've got then is to put a closure that sort of wraps around. So that is something to consider with your flips and your flaps. So I'm going to go and stuff this now full of goodies, and then come back and show you what it looks like. So this is stuffed to the brim, full of goodies, and I really did get a lot of ephemera in there. So a bit bent there, but as you can see, tons and tons and tons. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. It does look a lot better when you've got your ephemera in there. And certainly be able to keep tons of stuff in there, and it's quite portable to carry around. And I also did a little one then, so this is like a Midori size traveller's insert, and I just put lots of strips of vellum across each one. I've stitched this one because vellum doesn't glue very well, and then I've added some washi just on the bottoms just to strengthen the fixative there. So got this little belly band on the back there, just one of Rachel's pockets there. So yeah, I really enjoyed just stuffing those full of stuff that I've been fussy cutting. So got plenty in there as well, and I've just used digital pages that I had in my stash. I've still got this one to play with, so see where I can come up with that one during the week. And I've got this one that I can now stuff. I'll probably keep more neutral things in there maybe. I've got this one that we made together, and I've got this one I made earlier, and I've started to put some stuff in there as well, some fussy cuts. I may swap things around. I love doing that, don't you? Just swapping bits of ephemera from one place to the next is great fun. So I hope you've enjoyed this. It was just a little change, just doing a little mass make really, and yeah, enjoying the process. And please do go and check out Sam Bookery's tutorial, and it'll be especially useful if you don't want to cut your own file folders, because she does offer that digital download for you for free. Well, it was free when I checked, so please do go and have a look at her channel and support her and say hi. And thank you very much for watching this video, and please do consider giving me a thumbs up. It really does help and encourages me to keep on showing up and sharing my crafting playtime with everybody. And also please consider subscribing if you haven't already done so, but you do like my content. I'm going to carry on watching everybody in the collaboration this week, and I've still got a couple of upcycling ideas to share with you as well, so hopefully I can grab some time and get back online and do some recording for YouTube. But until then, I will see you soon, and enjoy the collaboration, and catch you later. Bye bye for now.
Where have you gone to? Are you up the creek? Why are you hiding, my little lampstand? I'm gonna find you. It's hide and seek. Oh, it's an ancient game. Playing it down the age. I know you want your freedom.